bump in that round.
Close call, man. Like these deal shots that teams are able to bust out these days are so scary. So many different players can provide those kills. 2-0. As Ence gets off to a decent enough start, even dodging the danger. So Astralis is going to have to sit back with pistols. Deagles are brought out again, though, and some nades. A couple of nades picked up on device and Snappy.
Never a bad thing. They are not even close to each other, though, so it's not like going to be any kind of a weird double nade situation. I miss the buy 5 grenades on nuke and try and throw them outside. It really rarely ever works. But it is like buying a lottery ticket, you know, like, yeah, maybe this time.
It's one of those things that I feel like is gonna come back in style eventually, right? Like, teams have gotten so good at avoiding it, just not even messing close to those boxes early on in the T side, but, you know, people are gonna forget. It'll come back. It'll be like, it's like the overalls of Counter-Strike.
Yeah, you think overalls are coming back in style too?
It's just a matter of time, my friend.
Okay. Do you have some in a closet somewhere that you're just waiting to bust out when it happens?
No, but that's actually not a bad idea.
Okay.
Should be ahead of the curve.
Well, I'll wait for your cue. I hope you'll tell me when that happens so I can go out and get some.
You know, if anyone's gonna bring back overalls, it would probably be Machine.
I know. Alex he's on the forefront of a lot of fashion. Yeah.
He's on the verge of getting turtlenecks back in style.
Fanny packs, I think, too. Him and Henry both, I've noticed. Yeah, they're quite...
Yeah, that's been an emerging trend around the world as well, though. There's been a lot of variety of cultures have been coming back with a fanny pack. I don't think they call it a fanny pack, though. I think that might have been the #1 reason why it's coming back in, is that people stopped calling it a fanny pack.
Oh, yeah, like a branding change. Well, that makes sense.
It's like a utility pack or some, I don't know.
Is that what they call it now?
I have no idea.
Okay,
it's definitely not fanny pack, though.
I mean, regardless, yeah, look at those guys if you want fashion advice. Certainly not Jason and myself. It's the wrong position to be in. But overalls is a bold prediction. So I'm interested. We got there by way of talking about stacking 5 grenades outside, in case you got lost in the conversation halfway through. In which case you're forgiven. 4th round is gonna feature an AWP on device, a bunch of M4s, and some decent grenades. No defuse kit though, which may or may not be a bad thing. I mean, if there's never a bomb plant, maybe fine.
Alright, here we go. 2 players outside, moving behind the red box with the bomb. Magisk has taken up the position that the Glaive usually operates. DC missing that piece of the puzzle, and device gets caught out in the open.
Wow, he was just out for a stroll in the sun. Wasn't even expecting any kind of action on that particular day.
You'd probably call it a bad idea to go for an afternoon stroll next to a nuclear silo.
That's being attacked by terrorists, yeah. Generally.
Yeah, for many reasons it's a bad idea.
Well, he learned the hard way, so let's see if he remembers for any future such encounters. Magisk is on the stairs and ready in case they show up, creeping in with the orb. That's not a bad fight, and a nice shot from Yampi, taking down Magisk. Oh man, that's looking really calculated. Dupree trying to see if he could swing into lobby to maybe catch someone off guard. That's not going to happen. Sergey will take him down, and things are looking really bright for Ence here in this first buy round of Astralis.
Lala can just wait. He can take all the guns away. He knows where Yugi is as well. If they want to be really ruthless, they can actually chase after this final weapon. Alu's just going to plant himself in towards Squeaky Door as Yugi tries to find a way to escape. And Alu on the other side. Nice shot from Yugi, and that should seal the safety of his weaponry. Ence is going to get a 4th round. They're off to a great start. They're not going to get a whole many more gifts like Device gave them in this round. That's one thing to keep note of, is the Device is very rarely going to go down for free in that scenario. So it's a good thing they've capitalized on it now, because they might not get another opportunity with that.
It's good to see Ence looking, you know, focused and looking like they're on top of things. It's been some strange games coming out from the Finnish side where it's been Alu leading the charge and actually outfragging everyone, and some of the younger players really going missing. I mean, I actually really want to see this Ence project work again, just because I think the caliber of players on here is really fantastic. I mean, I actually love watching Alu Op in general, but, you know, we know Sunny's a great player, Sergey shown a lot of promise, Yampy's exciting as just a young potential superstar. So there's a lot to work with on this team, and, you know, just need to get it all up and running. It should be good to go. Aerial goes down the Snappy just as we were talking about it. Quick trade, and oh, you will find that on Sunny, so that lobby crunch really worked out well.
Yeah, it did. Now they have a retake available to him. Sergey is playing in the dark spot, and 4 players going to be coming down from ramp room. They shouldn't, but I think they're going to try. They don't have any kits. Sergey is just deleting them, and that forces them back. They've just lost 2 weapons out of nowhere, and it's going to be 5-0 for Ence as Sergey tries to get away from the bomb blast.
I don't actually know why they wanted to move. I mean, I think they had 3 AKs, so they've lost really one of them, but I don't think much could have been accomplished there. They had no kits. I mean, I don't know how they would have expected to do anything. You could argue maybe they try and take away rifles, but that's actually not an objective because they're the ones that needed the rifles. So I don't know. 5-0 though.
I think if they had just come in and maybe found that first kill and just stuck the defuse, there might have been a chance. But it was a long shot. I'll give you that one. I'm with you. They lost two rifles at the end of that due to that decision. Fast pace, Molotov down. Yumpy doing the good old-fashioned bait. So what a champion Aerial is, because Yumpy is, I think, about exactly what we all do in matchmaking, which is, oh man, I got stuck on the wall. I got flashed, I swear.
I think he opened the door and said, "Ladies first," and then Aerial just ran right. Not exactly being a gentleman, is he?
Oh, in a way.
In a manner of speaking, I don't know.
In a manner of speaking.
I feel like opening the door to send someone into a sea of flames and HE grenades is not exactly. I'm not sure that fits the bill. Oh, Sunny will go down, and that's the bomb, and a nice follow-up for Magus. That actually brings them right back in the lead. Smoke is going to be going up as well. Does he push through it? Alu is the kind of player that just might try it, but not today.
I can't believe that's got stopped at that angle, Yugi! Timing not with him. Sergey's got the upper bomb site, and he's acting as if they have the bomb and they're ready to go and they're ready to get it planted, but he's got to go down the vent. I think Alu just reminding him, bro, the bomb is down here. We got to pick that up. So, a 2-on-2 clash at this corner. And Astralis doesn't know the location of both Ence players. They might be thinking what is coming vents.
20 seconds. They're going to swing for it. Good shot there. Magus gets down. Snappy now waiting for it. 15 seconds. They need to basically run to get here, and I'm not sure if they're going to be able to. It's very tricky. Snappy. Oh, they come right for him. Oh, and Sergey with a headshot. Ence to steal the round. That is amazing. What a finish to that round.
Sergey's having a pretty solid game. I mean, he's not far and away in frags, but he's hit some very nice shots. He's 6-3. Yumpy is 6-1. Aerial and Alu both at 5 kills apiece. So if you're Astralis, this isn't looking great at the moment, because this is not the Ence player that you just talked about, where some players are struggling to have an impact on the game. This seems like it's going to be a 5-deep roster on Ence that is going to deliver here. What a great start for your T-side on Nuke.
Yeah, it is. This is the kind of Ence that I think people fell in love with originally, and then obviously, you know, the breakup from that early relationship with Ence was pretty rough when Alexi B was removed from the squad, I guess. But I think if they come back playing this style, they're going to get a lot of people back on that train again. I'm back. I'll be back on that train if they go there. I'm not holding any grudges.
Yeah. Okay.
It's not healthy, Jason.
It's interesting. It's interesting you say that when you just switched your prediction to Astralis in round 1. So, listen, I've decided to start keeping you honest. Someone's got to keep you in check. I see a lot of people letting you off the hook for your insanity, but I have to work with you on a day-to-day basis, so I'm going to have to be responsible for that. 3-on-4. Sunny is low, Sergey is at 1 HP. That doesn't make this retake any easier. There's one kid on Magus, there's a little bit of utility, but again, Astralis is going to just have to make the tough call and save. They know this is a low percentage retake, and look at all the utility that Ence has if they were to actually attack and try and take this bomb site over.
I think they've put they put a lot of heart into these early rounds, Astralis. Like there's been a lot of great attempts, and the results have just been kind of lacking. But otherwise, I think they've really shown some excellent Counter-Strike.
You are insane. Absolutely insane.
Ends at 7-0, winning all 7 in a row. Obviously, Astralis just not managed to interrupt them at all. In spite of, again, that 2v2 down at the B hallways was really crazy. I wonder if Ence even can really believe what's going on here.
Oh, I'm sure they can. I'm sure they're loving it. This is going exactly according to plan and exactly what they knew. Yeah, not dancing anymore, is he, Anders?
No, he was trying to, I don't know, crack his neck or something.
He's cracking his neck. Yeah, he's getting stressed.
Well,
get over there and give him a massage. Help your boys out.
I happen to not. I don't exactly know where he lives. I feel like it would be creepy if I just had, like, you know, the exact location, but don't think I can put Dupree into Google Maps and it'll tell me. Sunny goes down. Trying to be cheeky at that corner, but Device is ready this time.
I think he was trying to get towards Vent to climb up, as it looks like they wanted to line up for an upper hit with him coming up the Vent to assist and have a confusing angle for the defense to deal with, but it's time for plan B if you're Ence. Molotov's behind the Vents, they're running out of utility, they have no smokes. It's all flashes, so you're hoping Yumpy can provide you an entrance, someone with the AK-47 can run in, Yuki's out in the open, so a flashbang could absolutely ruin his day.
Yeah, it could. No one's throwing one. They're just sneaking in, but that's just perfect, apparently. Alu with a crouching headshot, and this is dangerous to peek up from heaven here. There's so many people down there. They need to get more people in here, Astralis. Good transfer from Dupree, swinging right down to drop Sergey. And this is a round that Astralis, I just don't think they're going to be able to lose it here. They will pick up one to the 7 of us Ence, and they're on the board finally.
Yes, they've gotten there. That's a nice round, nice double from Dupree up in the rafters. They weren't able to check that. I wonder if Ence was maybe caught off guard by that position when they saw the other player in heaven, if they thought that would be the second inner player, but Dupree's able to get away with a couple. 7-1, and now Astralis need to build upon it. Plenty of money for Ence to reinvest. Yumpy still has that AWP. He's even dropped a weapon over to a teammate as well.
Some early smokes coming out. How far back are those going to actually land? All the way back at Hell, I think. So, yeah, they want to push really aggressively. Aerial charging in on top, jumping down, and oh, it's a headshot right through the smoke. I actually love that play. He does get traded, but they have the smoke at Hell all the way through to try and make sure that no one could revenge it. Snappy and Device coming in with a couple more. So, Ence, in spite of the high-octane start to the round, kind of getting foiled here early on, which is a real shame. I actually love that play.
I do too, but I just, Ariel was so aggressive with that jump over the smoke as well. I think there was a different way to maybe even build a second kill on top of it. Regardless, I think the real issue that Ence is having at the moment is attacking Secret, where Device has an AWP. Good double kill from Snappy. But we've seen Sunny now just dry peek into that up 2 rounds in a row and get picked off for free. So I'm wondering how long until Ence learns if they're going to attack that staircase. There's a possibility that Device is going to be there. You have to at least use some smokes, some flashes to force him off angles.
I just appreciate the fact that Ariel didn't just sort of like run over the roof and drop down to get the kill. He just leapt into the sky. He was just airborne for such a ridiculously long time.
Ooh, hold the thought, Magus with a nice opening kill, almost went down. That was actually kind of my issue with that play from Ariel, because it feels like that kill could have been easier if he wasn't in the air when he started shooting for half of it. He's actually a little bit lucky to get that frag.
I don't disagree with that, but it would have looked way less cool, Jason. And that was my point.
Okay, I gotcha. I see where we're going. You're going for the cinematic thing.
Well, 7-2 right now. The odds kind of reflect that. Ence definitely favored at the moment. It's hard to argue against, really, isn't it? Would we have to be a really really massive turnaround here for Astralis to try and bring them back into this match at all. Their economy is slightly built. I mean, that's sort of the one positive thing I can think of here. And Ence is about to be out of money if they lose this round. So maybe a chance to sort of bounce from 7-2 to 7-4 or something. Unless I think maybe, I don't know, even with the bomb plant, it's not quite going to be there for Ence, is it? Yeah, there's a chance. Oh. Device, that's actually a connection on Sunny.
Sunny's really not happy with Device at this moment. Looking around the smoke, everyone is put on notice in the upper bomb set as well. 35 seconds on the clock as smoke just goes down in Squeaky Door, and that's got to be depressing for Ence because they really wanted to have Sunny attacking through mini, hit this upper bomb. They're calling a save. They're calling a 4-man save. Alrighty. Well, you don't see that every day. Alu can rebuy utility. It's not actually that bad of a call. It's just you just don't see it too often. I imagine Ariel will have to drop down to like a deagle or a pistol and just make sure he has full utility to help out in that department. Sunny can grab one more flashbang. So they'll actually be okay in terms of the nades they can bring into the next round. But good defense from Astralis to just force them back without a whole lot of effort.
Alright, it's not that often that we see those kind of save calls being made 4 versus 5, but I guess they never found the kill to return it into a 4-on-4, and then they just ran out of time, so a little bit strange, but I guess it's acceptable, and like we said, they would have saved in this upcoming round, so they kind of avoid that to some extent. 7-3. Alright, Astralis picking up one more round. Jason, do you think it'd be possible for Device to get like an individual sponsorship for like some ice cream company? You call like, do you think people would go up and say, I'd like a Dev ice cream? Does that make sense? No.
This can't be where your career is headed, Anders. We need to turn this around. This whole trajectory that you're on right now is going to a dark place.
Well, ice cream. Who doesn't like ice cream? All right. No.
When was the last time you had ice cream?
It's been a really long time, unfortunately. Maybe that's why it's on my mind. Snappy taking down Alu to start with, and yeah, that begins the round again in a 4-on-5. Look at this look through the smoke from Sunny. That's just incredibly dangerous, but he's actually found out a lot from doing this. I wonder if he's going to be able to capitalize on it. That's a lot of info. If he keeps going, he can actually maybe catch a person off guard down there.
He's getting a lot of info, but it's not really useful information quite yet. Like, you have ramp room. We talk about this frequently. It's one thing to have ramp room, and it's one thing to be able to actually do something with it, which is the hard part. Because at the moment, you can't go downstairs. They've already dropped defense. And again, Device is going to be here. We've seen this play out plenty of times. Nothing to force him off the angle. Nothing to distract him. And he's going to get a double kill. Ariel can't even shoulder peek a shot. There's Snappy, who's already fallen down. So yeah, Sunny, a one tap. That's a thing of beauty.
He had enough. He just didn't want to deal with this anymore. Well, bomb is being attempted. Sunny goes down, and now Sergey in an impossible 1 versus 4, getting shot in the front, in the back, and everywhere else. It's Device to pick him up. That's an incredible round. That's 3 kills from Device in that one. He's building just round after round, and that's going to be 4-7. With the round loss bonus, they could maybe force it if they really wanted to. I guess they probably can. It's risky, though. Yeah.
They can't force it. The big thing that Ence has to worry about that needs to be the topic for the next round where they actually buy in is they are starting to lose all the initial fights. We saw one at ramp room here. We've seen Device pick a couple players off to open rounds outside now. We saw Magisk just 2 rounds ago eliminate someone in Squeaky Door for the first kill of the round. Ence has not been able to get a 5-on-4, which was going so well for them in the first 7 rounds when they went up 7-0. Now that's entirely reversed. That first kill at least needs to be traded.
Yeah, I don't know, they're going so slow after the initial kills. It's like the first kill that Astralis get in some of these last rounds. The whole entire Ence team just say, oh, well, everyone just stands still for a long time. Like, there's nothing gained, even if it's not a return kill. Maybe like some map control, maybe some other piece of information you could use, right? But it's starting to feel like they're kind of just you know, slowing it down too much.
Nice kill from Dupree, and it's just down to Sergey. 1 versus 4, and the money has even switched entirely. It is now, I mean, Astralis is just so rich. Yugi's got 10,000, he's going to have to rebuy in the next round. Megas is at 10k as well. Device and Dupree at 8,000, so is Snappy. If Sergey can't kill anyone here, which he won't, all 5 players are above $11,000 on the Astralis side. So the rest of their half, they have secured funding for the final 3 rounds of the half.
Yes, they haven't. I mean, if it finishes 8-7, that's still a pretty, you know, pretty early, or sorry, pretty even game overall. But you'd have to expect that Ence are going to feel a little bit upset about how it's turned out, considering where they started. 13th round here.
Here we go, 4 players inside for Ence. Sunny just throwing nades outside but not doing anything with it. And Device has a clear line of sight. He's going to know that there's nobody in secret. This will be up to Dupree and Yugi at this upper bomb site to hold off this hit, because that's where it's going to come into play. At least for the moment. Although Ence might reconsider as Aerial clears out any aggressive push from ramp.
Device is out by that container on the CT side outside, so he's been really tough to deal with in the last many rounds. It's been sort of a continuous returning problem. Meg is there. There's some random shots coming through. He's not connecting with anything just yet, but there are 3 people out here, so expect eventually they're going to try and see if they can wrap around. Magus is in a good position. No, they're actually going to fall back. They're just pretending.
Yeah, it feels like they're not entirely sure where they want to end up.
Yeah, I'm
still
starting to
have
get
a
that
good amount
feeling
of utility to play with. Yeah, I mean, they've kind of gone back and forth a couple times in this round. Yugi with an angle towards the door. Last time they just walked out of Squeaky, and as the smoke, oh dear, that's not ideal. The follow-up, and Magus puts it down. That's perfect. That's going to force him back away from the door. Another nade to do damage. Yeah, and Magus is here to put a stop to this.
Swings for it, taking care of Yampi, and will follow it up. Alu now in a 1 versus 3 with 15 seconds. The bomb is dropped all the way on the other side. He has to run back and pick it up while he's getting shot at the back. Really uncomfortable. I don't think he has time. It's a nice idea. It's a cool effort, but he'll run out of time. So it will be a 6th round for Astralis here, even as Alu tries his best.
That's a symptom of Ence, as we mentioned, just seemingly not sure exactly what they wanted to do. They're hovering between attacking outside, going back inside and attacking the upper bomb site, and all that really happens is they don't apply pressure anywhere on the map. Remember, this is one of the few rounds we've seen in this half where Ence have not sent anybody outside to the red box. There's no reason for Astralis to use any of their nades because Ence isn't applying pressure. So then they get to have those 2 Molotovs for the close. And remember, one of those Molotovs even messed up into the smoke. If they'd had both of them, there's no way that hit comes out the door.
Yeah, I actually was incredibly worried when they failed that first Molotov when Yugi did. That was about to be a bad situation. They're all stacked up right outside of Hut. Sunny trying to make some noise out here. Don't think he's actually distracting anyone. There's a lot of people on this A defense right now. They're trying to get through. Sergey with an opening, dropping Yugi. That is so huge, and they're going to get a straight bomb plant. I actually thought Magus was inside. And I actually thought one of those people down on the lower side was inside of A too, so just Yugi defending A, I guess. Wasn't that many at all.
Oh, and Sunny was able to lurk at that outer wall. He somehow snuck by the defense. This is huge. Device can't cross. Nice round from Sunny. He's going to at least ensure that Ence is going to go into the second half with the lead. Good lurks from Sunny. Good openings provided by Sergey. And Ence have their first round on the board in the past 6. And they're going to put an end to the Astralis streak. 8-6 now, and a chance to grow that lead to 3.
I'm really desperately confused about what was going on in this round for Astralis. Did they have 2 people down in the B hallways? And then Magus was meant to cover outside from Heaven with an M4 and have Yugi alone in A? None of this makes any sense to me.
Oh, there we are.
They're playing the music. Genius.
That's awesome. That's great. That's good stuff. Yumpy in towards the door, looking outside. Burning a little bit for his troubles, but he's not going to find anything just yet. It might be Yugi against the far wall. If he swings too wide, he's going to get picked off.
One of those was a Brazilian Ence fan. I just want to point that out, which is, again, more evidence that, you know, the Brazilian Counter-Strike fans, they're just everywhere. Quite a lot of dedication. 8-6, 15th round. Last chance here for Astralis to still show that they've got something to work with. They had all the money in the world, like we were talking about earlier, so that's not the issue here. They keep throwing that Molotov, and it keeps not really doing anything over by secret stairs.
Yeah, well, and Sonny's going up against Device, and I don't think he's come on the winning end of that battle this entire half. So if he tries to push Device's position, I think he's going to end up mostly being a lurk as Device rotates back. That might give him some space to work with. Ence going to drop down into ramp room. And they have the utility. There goes Sonny. Snappy and Device to defend. I don't see an entrance here. I don't even see the possibility of it. They need to start putting out utility. Good shot from Snappy. Another one added on top of it. And Snappy's going to get all final three. 8-7 in the favor of Ence. It was a great start, a really rough ending for Ence. We're going to head to the halftime break, and when we come back, we'll see who can take Nuke. Stay tuned.
Going into the final round of the free fall challenge. We have everything to play for. I'm still in the lead, but you never know. This is a quite random round, so maybe I'll lose the lead. Let's see. Hello. Oh my god. And this. Goodbye. I blew myself off. Goodbye. Oh, you got it on you. Perfect timing.
strange first half here between Ence and Astralis. It ends 8-7 in favor of the Finnish side. They were on the T side as well, now they're on the CT side. So overall, it looks pretty good for them, and it looked like Astralis had kind of gone missing for most of that first half, but then they made it back, and I don't know what to really think now. I mean, it's still possible for Astralis to win this, even if Ence probably are a little bit favored going into the second half here.
It still is possible, but it's going to be tough coming from this T side, although they could be well versed. It's just the problem is, with missing 2 players, a lot of that cohesion, a lot of the playbook kind of disappears, and as Dupree said, this is not the same Astralis. They're going to be working on this. I'm not quite sure if they're ready to come back from this degree on Nuke on your T side. Sunny with an opening kill. And you can see Alu feels the safety at far back, and there goes Sunny. Back for a repeat and gives up the advantage.
I'm shocked that Alu didn't do at least more damage. Maybe headshots are difficult at that range, but Yugi, grenade will take him very low. And this is a 5-7. That's going to be a powerful weapon in a pistol round. A lot of bullets to shoot off if you get into a bit of a tough situation. But it's a 4-on-4, and he's going to go open the door. Snappy's sneaking in on the other side. So, I mean, they could maybe wait for Snappy to try and find an opening on this side.
I feel like they're going to go upper. They almost feel like they have to. At this point, Astralis is going to assume that most of the defense is rotated into that lower bomb site. Snappy going to get picked off. There's your headshot from Alu. And the rest of these 3 players have nowhere to go. Yuki's got smoke flash, but what a long way to cross to get into that upper bomb site from outside. Surely Alu's going to spot it, and indeed he will.
Yeah, even if they're shooting at him, he's just going to keep peeking it. Now they're also running out of time. Great headshot from Dupree. It's pretty good, but I still actually think that doesn't do that much to bring them out of the trouble they're in. 20 seconds, and maybe Yampi could get stopped here. Dupree sneaking in around and inside of the bomb site. A little bit of trouble. Oh no, he turns and jumping down. Yugi with a headshot as well, stopping Yampi. That's unbelievable. Aerial in a 1 versus 3. I don't know how Ence gave this round back.
I do.
Yeah?
Alu, yeah, I was going to go on from there. I was trying to think of how to phrase it. There's no reason for Alu to take more peeks outside after he gets that kill. He's the closest support to Sergey in that upper bomb site, and once he goes down in that position, it opens up ladder room, it opens up Sergey to have 3 different angles to have to worry about. He has to worry about Hut, has to worry about Mini, and has to worry about Heaven behind him. That's way too much to ask. It puts a lot of pressure on the rotation from his teammates, who now all of a sudden have to get into position much, much faster because Sergey's under so much pressure. That's a repeat that is just unnecessary because he's already gotten the kill. He already secures that part of the map. To give away that frag to Dupree in Warehouse, it's a low percentage kill for Dupree, but the fact that he gets it is just so brutal for what's left at that stage in the round.
Yeah, and I mean, I guess the risk versus reward for Alu isn't that great either. Like, at best he gets another kill in the round they probably already won, and at worst, he gives the whole round back, so not that good. Sunny goes down again, it's Device finding him. They have some kind of thing going on, the 2 of them right now. Sergey and Yampi in a 2-on-5 to try and do something. I think Yampi's already maybe been spotted, or maybe it was just a casual shot through. Regardless, no one goes down here for the Astralis side, and they take the lead for the first time in the game, 9-8. I'm glad we found someone to put the blame on, Jason. I don't know if they still have scapegoating in Finland, but we found one anyway.
We got it here in America, so I can export that over to Finland for him.
Yeah, it's like a human universal.
1 round lead for Astralis. Still plenty of time for Ence to recover, obviously. 1 HE grenade on Sergey. You can't imagine that's going to be doing a whole lot. Everyone's outside, and Device, I think he wants the deathmatch. He's got Magus and Yugi here in support. That's an easy cleanup. There's your, that probably would have been an impactful 5-round nade, Anders, if they had brought the strategy back. It's just like overalls, it's not quite here yet.
Yeah, don't, on the other hand, wouldn't want to be wearing overalls in a battle zone like this. I feel like that could cause some real issues. What if you try to throw the grenade and you drop them down your overalls and you couldn't get them up again? Like that.
Yeah, they got deep pockets, man.
Yeah, gotta be careful.
You could lose a grenade in there. Ooh, fast pace from Astralis. A lot of utility being dumped into the upper bomb site. Magisk is already down low. Yampi has burned 1, but I think that's the bomb on Magisk as well. Problem is, because he's the only one here, this could be a bit dicey, and Yampi is denying access. Yeah, I mean, he has to. Why not?
Oh, this is going to be just an utterly chaotic round, because as they try and retake, they're going to discover that Astralis is spread out all across the map and only really Magus is down there. This is so confusing. Dupree is going to be going down. Someone has to get close to that side soon for Ence to start to put some pressure on. A peek. I don't think Snappy's even, like, he must be wondering, why is Alu still here? Why is he not at least trying to retake? Device cruises in to find Yampy, and now it's all just him. In a 1 versus 4 at the moment. That bomb, grenade deep in. Is it going to be enough? There's one, a headshot as well. Oh dear, that's a massive double kill. And Device saves the round for Astralis. That is so ridiculous.
A 1 versus 4 victory. He has pulled it off out of nowhere. And look, Astralis has run this strategy for some time. The old Astralis was running strategies like this as well, so I don't think it necessarily caught off guard, which is why Snappy is ready and raiding. But this decision-making, this clutch from Device, this is what analysts talk about when they mention protocols. That is Device and Astralis figuring out the best way. These are different angles to stop that plant. This is why it's planted in the corner. If you can get to this point, here's the nade. And that is Device just running through the standard protocols and winning a miraculous clutch.
Yeah, I mean, that was all set up. You could definitely see he knew how to bank that grenade off. Alu with a nice kill, taking down Dupree on top of Silo, and Area will chime in and drop Snappy there. I actually was worried for Alu for a second, because they threw a grenade that landed sort of almost on him. And I thought that could, slow him down and make that whole fight a little bit awkward, but he was fine. 5 versus 3 here in a round where Ents don't have that much to fight with, but they're making a lot out of it.
Yeah, and Ariel's already dropped down after that first kill. He just said, screw it, I don't want to stick around with this UMP, I'm just going to drop to the lower bomb site immediately. That'll put everyone on notice. Sergey's already watching beneath the heaven ladder as well. I don't think anyone's actually rotated to help Ariel, though. He's the only one in the lower bomb site. No one's really close to rotating as well, so this UMP is going to get put to the test one more time.
Yeah, it's a little bit nerve-wracking, isn't it? Goes for the fight and will be going down. He did a little bit of damage to Magus, but maybe not quite enough. Still, I mean, 3 versus 4. Magus has managed to wrap around. The bomb is being planted here. And remember, Ents don't have that much equipment to work with. This is one of the really big problems. They currently don't have a kit picked up. Yeah. Oh, Sunny still will get a kill on Magus, but Device and Yugi are left. And they have a Molotov on Yugi there. And no smokes on Ents, so this could be incredibly awkward if Yugi can find a way to throw that at the right time. And that right time is in the next, like, 10 seconds, or maybe less than 5 seconds. He's not going to throw anything. Tagged up and killed, and there goes a little bit of a fight. Device again with a good angle. He's going to drop one. He almost steals it away from them again. And 10-second defuse. I think they'll have it anyway, but that is so close to being another instant steal for Device. Does work out in favor of Ence here, and they'll pick up a round finally on the CT side.
Yeah, just a bit more resistance from Device's teammates, and he would have been able to clutch that out. 18-7 for Device. He's doing a fantastic job, but that is Ence. That's a must-win round for them, considering the position they put themselves in. A 5-on-3 at one point. It's 11-9. Astralis with a 2-round lead, but that's going to disappear quickly. They've got a lot of money built up, though. And Ence back to their winning ways. The nice thing about winning that round for Ence, they got what? I think they recovered 1 or 2 weapons from the bodies of Astralis. They actually have a pretty decent money pretty quickly as well, just by virtue of winning that, kind of half investment.
Yeah, that's a good point. Could solve a lot of problems for them if, especially if they could keep going in this round. Always nice to have that bank behind you. 21st round, and the score is 11-9. With Astralis just suddenly coming alive in this game, actually in a big way. Wall of smokes, but the kind that is close to mini instead of close to the red container, so allows for more space, as you can tell. We'll see what Astralis actually do with it. So far, they're sneaking Magus in. They're going to explode. They're going to crunch Sunny in here. Nice shot from Sunny. That's so important. They should be coming in from the other side, but I think Yampy picked up a kill too. So this whole sandwich maneuver to take care of Sunny has just been completely slowed down, and they shouldn't be allowed to do much more from here, Astralis. They're all tucked in this weird little corner. And with the ult here from Alu, easy kill on Snappy. Good follow-up, and that is definitely going to be the round here. Device, 1 versus 3, and all they have to do is not fight him one at a time. And I'm sure they can manage it. Nice, incredible round, in fact, from Alu.
Yeah, that was the tough part. Even once they eliminated Sunny from Mini with the Molotov, they still had to contend with Alu holding the angle as they walk around the corner. I don't even think they had the information that he was there. This first one's an easy kill. You can see Snappy just walking into the crosshair. From there, it's just beautiful shots. That was a peak based off a jump for information. So 10 to 11, and string a couple of rounds together, and we're going to get a timeout from Astralis as they talk things over.
Yeah, Sonic on a headset, trying to maybe see if they can come up with something clever that they can make work. 11-10, it is kind of crunch time here. They've used all of their money. Ence don't have a massive bank either, so, you know, it's definitely a chance here that if they picked up this round, they would immediately put the pressure back on the CT side. I wonder what's possible as well. Those A rushes that you would try and do, you know, are difficult when Ence have all these grenades, right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think Astralis will go into that. I think Astralis as a team is not really even known for their kind of their A rushes at all. I think they would just tend to lean away from that now that they know that Ence has that kind of money built up, how that utility in their pockets each and every round. The question is, I mean, with all the experience they have on Nuke, yeah, they don't have their in-game leader that they've been able to hold on to for the past number of years that has been so good for them, that's led the dynasty on Nuke. Do they have strategies they can call where Snappy and Yugi can fit in, you know, with relative inexperience inside this system? And do they even know what the right answer is maybe the first question.
Yeah, it's hard to imagine. I mean, for Sonic as well chiming in the middle of this, right? He doesn't have like a 500 deep, you know, strat book, like a 500 page deep strat book that he can call, because yeah, two of the members on the team won't know what all those layers are. So definitely tough, I think.
Might be a scenario where you have to let the individual players loosen up and play to their own strengths. Megas going to walk across this wall again, all on his own, going to try and create something, and he's found his way. Oh, this is so dangerous. He gets out just in the nick of time. Sergey falls outside of a smoke. Alu with one kill, but they have to take care of Megas outside, and that's going to be the job of Sunny. And he's going to find him, and he wins the battle, but he's brought down to 15. The retake is going to be so difficult considering the HP.
Well, Alu's sneaking in with an AWP on one side, and he's been on point, and he's very, very dangerous with it, so I can see that starting. If Alu gets the kill on one side, then maybe that opens it up for the two players up at heaven to make their way in. There's the opening. Sunny, low on health or not, he's going to get the kill. Nice enough shot from Yuki. Still a 2-on-1 now as Snappy is waiting, and Alu's just keeping him locked in the corner, and he's going to get the kill. That is a lot of patience for Alu to do that, but a good read and a good round, tying it up 11-11.
I can't believe they've done that. Good round from Alu with his double kill. And even with the plant, that should be Astralis being forced back to a half buy. We should see some Tech 9s, some P250s, some Teagles. It's some utility as well. Here's one thing. Astralis have always been pretty dangerous, or historically been dangerous on these rounds on Nuke, because they like to get crazy. They like to just send people all over the map, and all that structure that Astralis is known for, the structure and the logic behind their plays, they usually allow that to disappear in these rounds, and they get very confusing. We'll see if they do something similar. At the moment, everyone grouped up, no one outside. Although the wall of smokes is set, perhaps to be confusing. As you can see, the odds still in the favor of Ence. But here comes the upper hit, maybe for not much longer. Ence didn't even see it coming.
Oh, chasing him down there. He knows Ariel. He's got the right idea, but no one peeked. He's got to be hammering his keyboard. He's saying, "Why didn't you go and help out your teammate if you were already there?" 1 versus 2 now for Sunny, and yeah, he has a perfect read on where they both are. Some shots ringing through. The bomb now. That Molotov is going to be a bit late. Oh, actually, the HE on top. That's a cool idea, but it doesn't really work out that way. Sunny getting the one, and now almost challenged. It's a 1-on-1. Megas with the Tech 9 on the other side. Sunny has the M4. He sprays, and he picks him up. Huge win for Sunny. A nice triple, and Ence in the lead now, 12-11.
Oh, no, I cannot believe he's won that. That spray at the end as well. Megas felt like he had it. He made the mistake, Anders. He stopped to shoot the Tech 9. If he was running, he might have just been able to pull it off. What a masterful clutch from Sunny.
Yeah, well and truly, that was, I mean, again, the start of that round was almost devastating to Ence. It really looked like Astralis had found the right combination there. Ooh.
Well, I don't know. It's gotta feel weird having a team, you know, give you the zip mix, as we've started to call it.
Wow. I'm afraid to even ask, Jason. You keep that Sipnix to yourself. Sunny will go down outside to device again, finding him all the time.
Yeah, it started in the first half and it's continuing here. Aerial. Over towards the windows. Look at how much more aggressive and how much more fast-paced Astralis has gotten. Magisk is already jumping up. Dupree is already wrapping into the upper bomb site from heaven, and that's going to be frustrating for Sergey. I think he probably thought Aerial was covering that just based off the radar. Even Yumpy in the site gives away his position, and he's in an impossible situation. Dupree is going to keep this as close as possible. We're back to 12-12 all tied up.
They've murdered them all in this round. If this was an option earlier, why haven't they been doing this more? Just walk out and get all the kills all across the map. There wasn't even, I didn't even know, was there a strategy in this round apart from just getting in and fighting people all along?
I'm sure there was, but they just got everywhere so fast-paced. And I think that had to have been something maybe they talked about. Maybe a change of pace is exactly what Astralis wanted to start pulling off. But regardless, Magisk found his way there. Remember, that pick from Sunny happened so quick. So you have to know, especially because these teams practice against each other so much, you kind of have an internal timing of when the rotation will get there, when the next player will follow up, and that might just be a situation where I say, okay, there's the pick, there's going to be a gap here, let me just try and take advantage or exploit it. I have like maybe 3 seconds to get to a new position, and obviously it just panned out very, very well.
Pistols all around for Ence here. They have a single flashbang that, again, if enough people go outside, maybe they could go for a fight. It's doubtful. Can we talk about the fact that Yugi has got just nothing on his walls behind him on his webcam? Like, all I'm imagining now is that he's got, like, that's his room. It's like, his PC setup and then a mattress in the corner, and all he does is, like, go to sleep, and then he wakes up and just goes and sits down and plays more Counter-Strike and goes back to sleep again.
That's admirable.
Yeah, it's what we should all aspire to, really.
Just that minimalist Counter-Strike monk lifestyle.
Counter-Strike monk. Yeah. That does make it sound incredibly
not a bad
noble.
alias. Yeah. Second only to Duct Tape Messiah. Smokes, Molotovs, flashbangs everywhere. Ooh, I like this. You like this. A pounce with a flashbang from Ence. It doesn't work out, but we like the attempt.
It's the thought that counts. And there was, yeah, why not? 13-12. We're going into the 26th round. I'm seeing an auto shotgun being picked up on Yumpy, and Alu with the AWP. Money is decent for Astralis, were they to take a loss. Much less so for Ence. The speed in some of these rounds for Astralis, some of the openings they've got, they're happening so quickly, so I think Ence would love a round where it's more, pick someone off with an AWP on their side and just sort of, get a little bit of a lead, make it a 5-on-3, and then just slowly win it. I think he must be a little bit tired of all the rest of it. Alu's fallen back from that position. They do have a lot of people outside in this round, though. And they're setting up for a wall of smokes.
Yeah, but Sunny and Alu are both behind that wall of smokes. Looks like Sunny might boost up Alu. Like maybe he's calling for it to get up on the box and peer over that wall. It's a deep wall, so actually I think Alu's going to be way more exposed than he initially would have thought. Oh no, he hasn't seen Magisk, how close he is, and that's just maybe a half second away from getting killed. But at least they have the information. At least one person is outside.
Sunny and Alu are both, they were so committed to being on the side of the map that really worries me. Ooh, that could have been a huge opening. They're trying to chase it down, but Sunny's waiting for them. He lines up a big double, and Aerial comes back. He was almost escaping. That is a nice turn of event for Ence. That's surely going to tie it up. 13-13. There are a couple of things that could have gone horribly wrong. If they'd got the kill on Aerial first, I'm sure they at least get the trade on Sunny, and then they're off to the B bomb site. But yeah, the fact that he sort of ran away, this is great.
What a crazy back and forth affair we have in this game. Neither team letting the other one gain any kind of a big lead. All tied up again. We were tied up earlier at 11-11. Alu with 20 kills, Device with 23, and Dupree with 20 as well. Shotgun in the hands of Yumpy. Alu has the AWP, and Sunny is in the back of Warehouse. Again, 2 eyes on the outer bomb site, at least for the moment. Timing shot for Alu. But he doesn't pull the trigger until most of them have already gotten past, and Magus can hear all that noise. Or excuse me, Sonny can hear all that noise.
Yeah, he could hear it. He surely is calling for a little bit of backup. Ariel is down here. And let's see, can they successfully defend this? Also, yeah, Snappy over at Lobby. Great place to have him. He could come down the vents and try and do a lot. Ariel with 1 kill, but that's all he could get. Alu on the cross, gonna pick up the 1, and there's Sergey getting picked off. Snappy waiting the whole time. It's just trading back and forth now. No bomb plant happening yet, and Yampy with the auto shotgun taking care of Snappy, and that's Yugi going down last. Oh god, that looked like it could have gone any which way, but good recovery from Ence, honestly.
Yeah, that was, Astralis never fully recovered from when Sergey pounced over in Dark Spot. You add the op of Alu back towards Ramp Room, peering into the site as well, and there was just no cover for Astralis to get in anywhere. Another timeout is going to be called. AWP picked up for device, so they should be buying around this. I can't imagine that just a hero op on this T side. Magus has 5k, he can get an AK-47. Same with Snappy. It's Yugi and Dupree who might be hurt, but we've seen both of these teams draw back into a tie a number of times. And Astralis is looking to do it again here, which would ensure all 30 rounds.
Why not at this point? Let's get some more ties in. Oh, they're on device. UMP on Snappy. Is this the last of their money being spent? So from Ence's point of view, if they can win this round, they can very likely win the next one, and they'd cut that potential comeback from Astralis short. Man, this is a much more intense game than it was starting off with. It was 7-0 or something like that for Ence. Here we go.
Yeah,
outside.
it was. They had a huge lead.
Sunny, nice position, picking off device, getting some much-needed revenge against him now. It's hard to fall back. If he could get a flashbang or something, that would be huge. I'm sure he's calling for it. There's the swing, but yeah, Dupree wasn't flashed enough. It's a good idea. It's good teamwork coming out from Ence, but didn't work out this time. Alu, gotta be careful as well that they don't get too close out here. He's got the right idea and a nice pick-off on Megaskin. They're boosting on the other side to try and catch him, but not quite there yet.
Alu got very, very fortunate. I think he was maybe a half second from getting picked off, and that's a rare miss. Yugi, that opportunity had to connect. Alu can back away now. And Snappy is so far away from the action for the moment. Back towards T-spawn. He's going to join up with Yugi, but it's a 2-on-4. And all Ence have to do at this point is not make a mistake. And this is all the money that Astralis have. They won't even have a full losing bonus set up. So next round, there's going to be no AWP.
Yeah, they're definitely in a lot of trouble here. I mean, they're praying for a mistake, right? They would love for Alu to peak. They'd love for someone else to come hang out here, but Alu will eventually peak. That's not what they were hoping for when it comes to the peak. And again, maybe that wasn't even necessary. Yugi with a good kill, but 25 seconds here, and it's just a question of time before they find him there. 15 to 13, and map point for Ence.
This is a shame. Actually, despite some of the struggles and the situation that Astralis is in these days, they've had some very, very cool rounds and some opportunities that have just slipped away from them. That 1 versus 3 clutch that Sunny wins, that's going to stick with you throughout the day. Ence have enough money in the bank to survive a loss here and fight for that final round, but they've got 2 chances to put away Astralis.
Yeah, this is it. If they want even a chance of tying it up, then it's going to be some of these Tech-9s and Deagles leading the charge. Dupree's gone down. That was the AK on the ground, and nothing else comes of it. They catch Sergey, but look at the reply. Alu and Sunny both getting a kill, and now it's a 2-on-4. It's looking increasingly likely that Ence will walk away with this victory. Magus also dropping quite low on health, and I don't see a way through here. That AK has been picked up, but I don't think Yugi can do this on his own from the hut. Well, definitely not now. He's absolutely dead. What a great amount of resilience. Grenade to finish it. 16-13. Oh god, here we go. Jason, it's a good thing that we all picked Ence to win this one. I'm glad that was the case.
Yeah, it couldn't happen. It couldn't happen 3 times in a row. Surely, Magus was even missing getting into the vent, which is why that's so funny to me. That nade comes in at the perfect time. Either way, that's it from us. That's the day done for us. That's a big win, and it's gonna sit there stunned for a little bit and talk things over. We're headed to a break, and then we'll get the next matches underway, including the North American Spring Showdown later on this evening.